is Bobby Manning.
Hey, May, some of the defensive numbers since Rob got back in the lineup have, just reached a, higher level. And it feels like you guys are able to just reach a new level defensively when he's out there. What is just that combination of Al and Rob at the two big man spots when they're out there together allow you guys to do to, allow the Heat to 58 points per 100 in the half court last night and, a 91 defensive rating in the playoffs as a whole with those two on the court?
Yeah, our size and obviously what he brings to our team. I think without it being said, there's a confidence that he brings. Guys can be more aggressive on the perimeter and get into their man, be a little more physical, knowing he's there to protect the paint. He covers boxes just like Grant now does do. And the things that we ask of all of our players, and not just Al and Rob alone, we do have big wings. We have size all over the place. So when you add Rob there instead of a guy like Grant that's smaller size, I think just across the board, we're more physical, we're bigger, longer, and we can do a lot of things versatility-wise, switch it up as far as matchups and some of the schemes we want to employ. And so he's a luxury for us. But without it being said, I think just in general, the confidence that he brings to our group on the defensive end, knowing he's back there to deter at the rim, plays a huge part in everybody else being more aggressive and getting into their guys.
Barry Jackson.
Coach, obviously what you all have done from the defensive end has a lot to do with it, has a lot to do with this, but the Heat all playoff long has shot well below what it did in the regular season, which led the league. How surprised are you by that? Is your sense that it's mostly your defense in this round, or are they just missing open looks in your estimation at times?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. We've been fortunate at times on some offensive rebounds, some kickouts that they usually get a lot of threes on. They've missed some open ones, but at the same time, I think we contest at a high rate. We use our physicality to kind of wear people down throughout the game. And then on the offensive end, I think having a well-balanced team makes these other teams have to guard and not let anybody off the hook on that end. And so, we look at it like body punches throughout the game, continue to wear on guys and continue to contest, stay in their rear view. And so they're never getting a clean look. And so at times when they do get the clean look, they feel rushed to try to and forced to try to make it. So we want to take care of the ball first thing, get great shots on the offensive end and make teams score on us in the half court. And that's been a recipe for success all year. But as we make them defend on one end and really wear on them defensively, I think that all plays into missed shots at some point. It's not just a coincidence that a lot of teams are missing. We do have good length and have guys that can guard one-on-one, but also the continual wear on guys, it makes those shots a little more stressful when they do get open looks.
Adam Himmelsbeck from the Boston Globe.
Hey, mate. Al was saying last night, obviously you guys have grown a lot since, December, January, that type of thing. But he's saying he said he's seen a lot of growth and development, even just in these playoffs over these past few weeks. What are the ways you've seen this team kind of take the next step, even during this short time?
Playing through adversity. We haven't always played our best basketball, but, won games that way or stayed in games. We talked about last night, for instance, not playing our best first half of we played at a high rate, didn't lose our composure and have those big quarters that we had in game 1 and game 3. And so that's just growth within the series alone, understanding big picture that it's not going to happen in one quarter or one play, but we can grind teams down overall. And I think you've seen that throughout the playoffs. We've had some adversity in the Milwaukee series with Rob being out, Marcus being out, and other guys stepping up. And Derek's a prime example of that. The guy that stayed ready, Grant as well, and Peyton waited his turn all season. So the growth for those guys is happening game by game, series by series in the playoff, guys that haven't been on the stage before. And it's more of the same that we've preached all season. It's good carryover from the season to the playoffs. And so I think Al is right as far as that. We still feel we have another step to take it up to and be more consistent overall and play a full game. And, it's a good thing when we're playing half of basketball and coming out with good wins. And so that was an example of last night, but we'd like to get a little more consistent, and that growth can still happen in these playoffs.
Chris Ryan.
Hey, mate, I hope all is well with you. Just how would you evaluate Al's impact during the postseason, and has it surpassed perhaps what you were expecting he was going to contribute throughout the course of the season?
Well, I'd say it's more of the same, what he's brought all season. Probably one of our most consistent guys on both ends of the floor. So I'm not surprised by what he's doing in the playoffs. He takes care of his body. He manages himself well throughout the season to get to this point and play at this level. And so he stepped it up in the playoffs. Had specific matchups that we're asking him to guard, after the Compo last series and this series at a bio. And so he's doing it on that end, but also the balance that he gives us on the offensive end, a big that can pick and pop as well as post up and roll and do all the things he does on the offensive end, being a great passer as well. So not surprising. He's been through these playoffs several times through his career, obviously early on with Atlanta. And so he relishes the opportunity as well. And he's the voice of reason for our guys to take advantage and not have any slip ups. And so I'm not surprised by the level he's playing at, honestly.
There seems to be no other further questions, Coach, so we'll let you go. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Enjoy your flight back.
Thank you.
Thank you.